Hey, what is up, everybody? This is the Great Puckettini, and I got big news for you today. The Arkansas Razorbacks received a transfer portal commitment from Frank Malipola. Now, Frank is from American Samoa, I believe, and I'm going to tell you what, this is a heck of a player. When I watch him, I'm thinking, why is he not already on a D1 roster, on a Division I roster at FBS school? I mean, holy moly, this is a really good pickup. Frank is a defensive end, and man, in Arkansas, I've heard Coach Pittman say, when they sign these guys in the spring, that this portal window here, is that they gotta be players that expect to come in and play, that they don't have to develop, and Frank can play. I'm telling you, he's I think he's like a lot of these American small players. They don't get a lot of recognition, so they're not recruited very highly. Some are, but he was not. He went to Independence Community College first, on Netflix with Coach JB, show there and everything. But he didn't play for JB. But he went to Independence first. Then he transferred to University of Texas, San Basin or something. I don't know. School I've never heard of before. But they got a pretty decent team after been watching their highlights and stuff. And I'm going to tell you, Mulipola, he can play. I'm going to go as far as to say he might be our best defensive end. So when I look at players in the SEC, I compare them to NFL players, the prototype size and speed in the NFL. And Mulipola is going to be a defensive end. Now, the prototype size for a defensive end is 6'4", 266 pounds, and they run about a 4.7 40. That's a rush end, and that's kind of the defensive ends we see now in the NFL because there's so many passing offenses. Now, so Mulipola is 6'4". He's 275 pounds, so he's a little bit over that prototype size. So you see, he is a man right now. He's ready to go compete in the NFL with his body size that he has, his body type. I could not find a 40 time on him, but watching him play, I'm pretty sure he's right at that, or he's close enough. I mean, this guy, he can play. He reminds me a lot of Randy Garner. If you remember Randy Garner, he was a big-time player back when Houston Nutt was here. I don't remember the exact years, around 96 to 99, somewhere in there. He's from Atlanta, Texas, but he's really from Texarkana. And I think his family moved over there and played at Atlanta High School, which is in Atlanta, Texas, which is right in northeast Texas. But he reminds me a lot of Randy Garner when I watch him. Randy Garner was about the same size. They have the same body build to me. And like I say here, why is he not in D1 already at FBS school? I mean, holy cow, this guy looks to be a big-time, looks like he's going to be a good player for us. Last year when he was at that UTSB, University of Texas, San Basin, something like that, I should have wrote it down because, excuse me, I've never heard of that before. But anyway, this guy had 6 sacks, he had 8.5 tackles for loss, and he had 7 quarterback hurries. The first thing you might say is, hey, he's not playing SEC competition, and that's true. But, man, this guy, you see a lot of these guys that transfer into these other schools from smaller schools, and they can compete, and this guy can. I'm telling you, he's got this right body that he can come in and play, and he's a heck of a player. I was like, holy no, I was blown away with him, to be honest with you. Arkansas got a really good one here. So when I watch video of him, which we'll watch here in a minute, we'll break down some film, you'll watch it with me, is that he's big and he's strong and he's aggressive. I mean, 6'4", 275, that's a big guy. And he's strong, man. He's aggressive. He's tough in there. He'll be a perfect fit for Arkansas. I love this guy. I'm really excited. I think he's going to be one of our top defensive ends. Really, I think he could be our best one we have. He has really good bend on his pass rush, and when those tackles get their arms out, he can bend into that. He has good bend on his pass rush. He has really strong upper body. You just see him just throwing people around. He has to be really strong in his upper body to do that, what he does. A lot of times you see him do that push, and he'll pull, and that's a good pass rush move, just getting off of people. He looks to be really strong. Now, I put on the next bullet, he can use brute force or his quickness. A couple times you see him out-quick a big lineman, and sometimes you just see him run right through them. I mean, he can do both. He's really good versus the run and the pass. He's not just pass rushing every down. A lot of teams look like trying to run at him because that's what you do with these great pass rushers with great speed is run at them. But they see real quick that he's a big, strong guy, and he can play both of them really well. And you see a couple tight ends try to block him, man, he just throws them off like they're paper. He's too strong for him. I mean, this is a man right here. This is not a boy. He is a man that's big, strong, and aggressive. He plays that zone read very well also because you don't rush straight up the field. We call it squat and squeeze. You know, you squat down and you squeeze that tackle, and don't give a gap there where the running back can slide through, but also be ready to play the quarterback. And he plays that really well, and you see that a lot, you know, in college football now in the SEC. He can play that. Like I say, I think he'd be our best defensive end, no question, right now. I mean, he's really good. You'll see. Now, and he may get 2 years with us. He's filed a waiver, I think, to try to get an extra year. He has 1 year left, but 2022 he got injured and missed most of that season. And so it might get, if we could get him for 2 years, that'd be really huge. You know, it takes him a little while to get accustomed to everything. But as a defensive end, you know, he can come in and just play. Not a whole lot of learning, but have to get used to the speed of the game. Linemen are a little bit better. But, hey, at Independence, you know he had to be playing really good competition because they send a lot of guys to major schools and to the NFL. So, you know, if he was undersized or something, you might question that. But with his size and speed, I don't know, his 40 time watching his own field speed is plenty good enough. Man, he's going to be a heck of a player. I think he could be our leader here. And you look at his production, you know, 6 sacks, 8.5 tackles for loss, and then 7 quarterback hurries. That's way goes over any kind of production in the defensive ends we have right now. Had last year, but you can say no. I think some of them were in the Big Ten, some of them were in the SEC playing for us. So we've signed 3 or 4 defensive ends in the portal. But I think this guy may be the best one. He's really good. All right, let's see if we can check out his film here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, I found this on Huddle, and I had to come looking around, but I didn't find it. It's really good film. Really good. And you see right here, Frank Malipola. That's him right there. So he's a big Samoan guy. And he's who's first team all-conference defense. Had 51 tackles, which was 3rd on the team. 8.5 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, 7 quarterback hurries, 2 pass breakups, and blocked 1 kick. I mean, the guy, he's a player now, I'm telling you. All right, let's see what we got here. Let me see if I can move myself down a little bit. All right, so we get this thing rolling. Here we go. And there he is right there. They do a good job of highlighting. I don't pause every time. That's him right there. And let's see what he does right here. I know what he does right here. He absolutely demolishes. Some of these guys try to pull and hit him, and block and kick him out. Watch what he does to him. Holy moly. Watch this. Boom! The center. And look at him. The guy is down. I mean, it was like a knockout blow. Watch it right here. The center snaps and tries to block him. Watch this. Kaboom! Look at that. Man, he's exploding into him. Holy moly. And look at him. He's looking at the guy like, man, I mean, wow. That right there. Stop the film and say, yeah, we want to sign this guy. I mean, did you see the explosion in the hips and his, I mean, wow. That was really impressive right there. So here he is right here. He's number 5. And this is where he shows good bend. On his pass rush, bends down low, and then sacks quarterback. Quarterback had no chance there. No chance at all. And you see it, they usually show that as a sideline and then an end zone camera here. And you'll see him coming off the left side. There is that good bend. And then boom. And like I said, if he was undersized, I'd question him being at a smaller place. But with his size, I mean, he's an NFL body. There he is right there. They showed the arrow on him. Right defensive end. Here he comes. Just throwing the guy. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Strong upper body. Just threw that offensive lineman off of him. Another good thing he did right there is he did not rush past the quarterback. The worst place a defensive lineman can be is behind the quarterback. Stay in front of him. Or if you can't get to him, you get your hands up, knock a pass down. So very good there. He didn't rush past the quarterback. Here he is up top, left defensive end here. Locked up with him, does a good little swim move right there. He's locked up and just kind of comes over the top. Here he is right here. You see him right at the same play we just saw. Comes over the top there. Great job right there. I mean, the guy's on him. That tackle is trying to stay on him. He's trying to be sticky and stay with him. But he's tough to block, man. I'm telling you. Malipola. Here he comes. A little bit slow there, but he's kind of reading it. And boom, right there. think he was expecting a run, maybe like a draw or something. Look at him there, the quickness. See how he did there? And I told you, he can use, so far we've seen brute force. But watch this. He hops to the inside like a jump cut, like a running back uses almost. Watch this. Boom. And he makes a tackle. I mean, really good play right there. Here's going to take on the tight end. What's that tight end? Oh, my goodness. And then takes on the pulling guy. So right here, that's impressive. He just throws that tight end like he's nothing. Then he whips the other lineman. Then he makes a tackle. We used to call that GT. And so they're really two guys or three trying to block him right here. And they can't get the job done. He's tough. Here it is right here on the backside. This is the same play we just saw. Watch him with this tight end. Get out of here. Boom. Whoops that guy. Makes a tackle. I mean, wow. 84 just said, I don't know what to do. He's throwing his hands up. Here he is right here, jumps, boom, right there. Use some quickness there. Makes a tackle. This is from the sideline view. I think that same play. Look at him. No, it's a different play. He's whooping that tight end there. I mean, he has no chance to block him. Taking on big 71 here. Just kept moving. Good job. Really impressive player here. Right defensive end, here he comes. Just throws that guy. I mean, wow. He'll make 62's hurt there. He'll make you get hurt because you don't want to block him anymore. He'll make you limp around. Here he is. He's on our left side. Boom. I mean, God, that was the same play we just saw. It just threw him. You could really see it right there. Just with his left hand. See if I can get back to that. Just with his left hand here, he just throws him. Boom. His left arm. I mean, he's got really, like I say, man, he's got to be really strong in his upper body. Here's right defensive end here. That's the same play. No, that's different, but he just threw the guy again. I mean, he's just strong old guy. Now, 62 may not be an SEC type left tackle, but there he just bull rushes him that time. Just takes him right to the quarterback. It's impressive. There he is, good bend. And also when you get that good bend, you're lower and you can drive that lineman, drive him right to the quarterback's feet, right to his face. Right there, man, that was good. He looked at Jadeveon Clowney just a little bit right there too. What, man alive, how he jumped in there and played that. Look at him. Boom. Just hammering that up. And that's a play he'll see a lot, that old GT play. Here they come again with it. They're trying to get him blocked, and they can't do it. One reason is because he's not running straight up field. He kind of stays at the line really good. He's disciplined. Here he is squatting, squeezing. That was perfect. Squeezing in there right to that tackle. Did y'all see that? This is perfect. He squeezes all the way out, and you feel that tackle with your arm. And then you got this other arm here ready to tackle whoever's got the ball. Watch him squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then there he is. Quarterback, I got you now, brother. You ain't going nowhere. I mean, heck, that's a great play right there. That's perfect. That's what you show at the clinic. If you're a coach and you show that at your coaching clinics right there, this is how you play that. Perfect right there. He's a good player. Here is he standing up here. Takes on two guys. And then really, they don't get to push him anywhere. Here he is, left defensive end here. Now look, they're bringing this little receiver in. And we should do this. We go like quad. We call this an empty set. If you got a real good defensive end here and you bring this guy, would try to come in and crack him basically. And now in college football, I don't know if you can do that as much. You can't blindside him. Boy, back when I was coach, it's been 10, 15 years ago now, not that long, but about 9 or 10 years ago. And you could wipe this sucker out. But right here, so that's what they're wanting to do. This quarterback's going to fake it and bootleg out. But this guy does nothing to him. I mean, it's not like he's not even worried he's there. So let's just play here. This is really kind of funny, actually. That guy's going to come in and try to block him. And he's like, what are you doing? Just comes in and hammers the quarterback. I think we'll get a back view of it here, end zone view. Yeah, here it is. So here he is. You'll see the receiver come down. He's going to try to block him. And Malipola, he don't care. You got to do something better than that. But get your quarterback smacked right in the face. There's again, good squeeze in there. Look at him. He's tough, man. Looks like he might have knocked himself out right there. But anyway, big, tough, aggressive guy, man. He'll be, I'm really excited we get him. I think he'll be a heck of a player. Deke Adams, perfect coach for him, too. Coach Adams is great. I've told y'all before, I've worked, oh, man, look at there. He just hammers the offensive lineman. I've worked with Coach Adams before, and he's a great guy, a great coach, man. Here he is, one-on-one with a tackle. Good job there. She said he's not just pass rushing. He's playing football. And looks like he's very disciplined as well. So let's see if we can go back over here. So you see, man, I'm telling you, I think this could be a real diamond in the rough. This could be one like that linebacker we signed from Alabama a few years ago. Can't remember his name. I'm getting bad with names. But anyway, he was the first real big portal guy we had gotten. Number 40, I think, was his number. But he came from Alabama. And I think this guy, Mulipola here, man, I think if he could be our best defensive end. You know, like I say, he had 6 sacks, 8.5 tackles for loss. How many quarterback hurries did he have? 7. I mean, look at that. I mean, you know, he wasn't playing against SEC talent, of course. It'll take him a little while to get used to the speed. So it would be great if he come in and play 2 years. But, you know, I mean, I would say he's going to battle for sure for a starting position. And, like, we got a couple guys that big Danny Soleil, I think how you say his name. I really liked him, too, coming out of Independence. He struggled a little bit last year. You know, it's different going from junior college to major D1. But this year they really are talking him up. If you go back and watch my video on him, man, I really liked him. And I really like Mulipola, too. It would be great if he'd get 2 years. I think that next year he'd really be good. But I think he's going to be good this year. Soleil had to lose a lot of weight. He need to lose some weight. But Mulipola here, he's 6'4", 275. He's a man. And he's ready to play. Great pickup for Arkansas Razorbacks, man. Great. And they've done it. They've signed several good defensive players here. Julian Neal, that linebacker. They've had some really good signings here in this spring portal. I'm telling you, they're looking a lot better. So that's all I got, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button if you could. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'd love to have you come back. Got a lot of videos on these guys. We're signing to the transfer portal. They still got 1 or 2 more I haven't done yet. I'm still working on. But yeah, come back and watch some more. Thanks so much for watching. Go Hogs.